Gabriel Macht and Patrick J. Adams are awesome together in the TV show Suits, made by Aaron Korsh. It's all about workplace drama and legal stuff, starting with Adams playing a genius who dropped out of college and ends up working at a fancy law firm. The show is full of interesting characters dealing with office politics, with Meghan Markle and Gina Torres in the mix too. Suits has a funny vibe and a big fan following that keeps getting bigger. Popular TV show creator Sean Ryan, known for The Shield, has adapted Matthew Quirk's novel into a thrilling new series called The Night Agent. It's packed with action, secret schemes, and political spies. The show follows FBI agent Peter Sutherland, played by Gabriel Basso, who is drawn into a risky mission after receiving a call at the White House. He must track down a possible traitor in the government before it's too late. If you like spy shows with loads of excitement and intense gunfights, then you'll definitely love joining Agent Sutherland on this wild adventure. Partner Track is based on a book by Helen Wan from 2013. It's about a young lawyer named Ingrid who's determined to become a partner at her firm no matter what. She's willing to sacrifice holidays, ignore her boyfriend, and avoid any drama at work. The only problems are a coworker who's casually racist and also after the promotion, and a new team member who she has history with. The show mixes romance with real-life issues like microaggressions, which makes it stand out in its genre. From the dudes who brought you some of the best legal dramas on TV, like Boston Legal and Ally McBeal, David E. Kelly and Ted Humphrey, we've got The Lincoln Lawyer. It's a badass legal drama jam-packed with action, mystery, and even some laughs. Based on Michael Connelly's books, it's about a lawyer who works out of his Lincoln Town car. But it's way more complex than it seems. Manuel Garcia Rolfo steps into the role that Matthew McConaughey played in the movie, with Neve Campbell and Becky Newton also killing it in the cast. There are tons of crime shows on TV these days, but not many can keep up like NCIS. It's been around for a while now, and it's still going strong in its 19th season. The show follows the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, and it's one of the most charming dramas on TV, right up there with Law & Order, SVU. Even though the cast has changed a lot recently, the show is still a hit, sticking to the classic Bad Guy of the Week format that was popular back in the 2000s. It's the third longest running scripted show in the US and has even spawned some spin-offs like NCIS, New Orleans, and NCIS, Hawaii. But nothing can beat the original show, led by Leroy Jethro Gibbs, played by Mark Harmon, who always ties up loose ends with a smile. The FBI's Behavioral Sciences Unit, now part of the Behavioral Analysis Unit, is famous among fans of crime shows. Mindhunter is a show that tells the made-up tale of a group of BSU agents who were looking into serial killers back in the late 70s and early 80s. They were trying to crack cases that stumped the regular cops. The show is known for how well it depicts real-life killers like Ed Kemper, played by Cameron Britton, and Charles Manson, played by Damon Harriman. Mindhunter doesn't just focus on the crimes themselves like most cop shows do. It also gives its main characters a chance to show their stuff and tell their own stories. The show is both emotional and exciting, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. You never know what's going to happen next, whether it's the next interview with Kemper, the progress on the current cases, or Tench's struggle to connect with his quiet 6-year-old son. Sometimes, a story is so important that even though it's heartbreaking, it needs to be told and heard. When They See Us is one of those stories. It's about 5 teens from Harlem: Kevin Richardson, played by Asante Black, Antron McCrae, played by Khalil Harris, Yusuf Salam, played by Ethan Heresy, Corey Wise, played by Jarrell Jerome, and Raymond Santana, played by Marquis Rodriguez, who get falsely accused of a brutal attack on a jogger in Central Park. Their lives turn into a total nightmare. The show follows their real-life story from when the police first nabbed them all the way through a crazy courtroom trial. The series is based on stuff that actually happened back in 1989 in Central Park, New York City. It shows what these teenage guys went through and shines a light on how messed up the justice system can be. When They See Us came out to rave reviews and got nominated for a bunch of awards, including winning a Peabody and an Emmy Award. With its awesome cast, important social message, and all the love from critics, this is definitely a show you shouldn't miss out on. Even the top dogs in Law & Order can mess up big time. Unbelievable shows us just that. It's about Marie Adler, a teenager who says she was raped by a stranger who broke into her place wearing a mask. But instead of getting help, she's accused of lying and treated like a criminal by detectives, so she takes back her story. Luckily, two female detectives dig deep into the evidence to uncover the truth and get justice for Marie. This Netflix show is based on a true story that won a Pulitzer Prize in 2015. It follows Marie's journey through the justice system in 8 episodes. Unbelievable has won lots of praise and awards for its gripping story and strong performances. Hyena is a super exciting legal K-drama that you gotta check out. It's about two badass rival lawyers, Young Gyumja, Kim Hee-soo, and Yoon Hee-jae, Ju Ji-hoon, who work at a top law firm in South Korea. They're both super competitive and driven, but they have different ways of getting ahead. Young is fearless and will do whatever it takes to win, even if it means bending the rules. She's a total powerhouse who can outsmart anyone. Yoon, on the other hand, is a genius lawyer who's confident in his abilities but struggles to keep up with Young's cunning ways. But he's determined to reach the top no matter what. The show is all about the cutthroat world of the legal system and how these lawyers use their animal instincts to stay on top. Hyena only has 1 season with 16 episodes, so don't miss out on the action. Get ready for another awesome show from the folks who brought you Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul is a prequel to Breaking Bad, following the story of Saul Goodman before he became Walter White's shady lawyer. It tells the tale of how Jimmy McGill goes from being a scam artist to a sketchy lawyer named Saul Goodman. Bob Odenkirk is amazing as Jimmy McGill, taking us through his ups and downs as he navigates the world of law and crime. From dealing with dangerous enemies to juggling his personal life, the show has been a hit with critics and has won plenty of awards. If you're into Margaret Atwood or love old-timey thrillers, then this show is right up your alley. Even if you're not a fan, Alias Grace has all the good stuff: a juicy plot, interesting characters, and a look into the past, specifically the legal system way back when. Taking place in 1843 Canada, Alias Grace tells the true tale of Grace Marks. She's a 16-year-old maid who got in trouble for killing her boss and maybe even the housekeeper too. It's a wild ride based on Margaret Atwood's book of the same name. Annalise Keating, played by Viola Davis, is a badass lawyer and professor in Philly. How to Get Away with Murder is about Annalise and 5 of her students who use their smarts, skills, and lessons from class to cover up a murder. The show is intense and shows how one big incident messes up everyone's life and the legal system. Each season brings new drama and characters trying to avoid death. Produced by Shonda Rhimes, H2GAM has been praised by critics and fans. This award-winning series is super popular on Netflix right now. I get it. You might not feel like watching anything with Kevin Spacey in it right now because of his bad behavior. But don't let that ruin the fact that House of Cards was a game-changer for TV. It was the first big show made by Netflix, and it set the bar pretty high with its fancy production and top-notch director, David Fincher, taking on the first couple of episodes. House of Cards basically started the whole binge-watching craze. Sure, it went downhill a bit as it went on, but those first 2 seasons were intense as hell. And let's not forget about how amazing Robin Wright was as Claire Underwood, one of the best female characters in recent TV history.